Two good possessions here early for Simon Kenton, working their way inside. And Pauly, a 55% free throw shooter. His first is up and no good. One for two there for Pauly. And it's a 3-0 start here for Simon Kenton on the road. Inside, trying to get Nolan involved. Baylor Nolan going up strong, and his shot off the window is no good. Taken back. Croman inside. Travis Croman tries to get into the rack, and he gets it stripped. 3-0 here. 6:30 to go in the first. Inside. Wildcats trying to get down to the block, and it's taken away. Good hands there for Simon Kenton. They're going to go on the opposite end, get down inside into the lane, and you have a chance for one more. A big move by Miles Brown, and the junior makes it an early 5-0 start and a chance to add one at the stripe. Brown, a 56% free throw shooter. Playing in his 17th game today, and his free throw's up and no good. And we got a tie-up. This is in the lane here, trying to get his hands on it was Croman. And the possession arrow belongs back to Henry County as they'll bring the length the floor. Still looking for their first bucket, and a 5-0 start for the Pioneers on the road. A trap in the corner and some pressure here early to start by this Pioneers team. A baseline jumper falls. They got it into the corner, and rising up strong for the first bucket of the day was Nolan, and it's back to a three-point game. A beautiful give and go down low, works his way into the block, and a dish inside. Braden Pauly is on the board for his second bucket, and it's 7-2.
Sorry for the technical difficulties there, folks. We should be back up and going here now.
Back with Jeff Cooper. We thank you very much for joining us here on this Saturday night. I'm John Baldridge in a 7-2 game, 5:30 to go here in the first. And Simon Kenton out to an early lead. In the corner, Nation has it. Hands it off back up top to Baylor. Baylor Nolan, their leading scorer for this Henry County team. Looking inside there for Nation. It's taken away. Stripped there by Croman, trying to go coast to coast. And he gets it rejected out of play. Try to go down to the block left side. And this is going to stay underneath with the Pioneers. 5:09 to play here in this first quarter. 2 fouls already on this Henry County team. None on Simon Kenton. And back to the Wildcats. They'll go inside, pull up strong. Got his way in down from 5 and makes the shot. There was Jordan King.
Job there by King.
King, the senior, averaging 7.8 points per game, a 46% field goal shooter. And cuts it to 3. Under 5 here in the first. Hilton inside. He'll send it back up top over to Croman. Man-to-man defense here for Henry County. Travis Croman going to the hole, pulls up strong, missed the shot, but it'll head to the line.
Tough shot in there, but they bailed him out on the foul.
Croman, their leading scorer, had a season high back of 24 on the 28th of December versus Butler. And also leads this team in three-pointers made with 35. A 71% free throw shooter. And he'll make the first.
Got a nice-looking shot, too.
It's a Simon Kenton team that has plenty of size. Brody Stone, standing 6'7", Croman 6'2", Miles Brown 6'2", Pauly 6'3". That's 2 for 2 there for Croman. 3 ball on the other end, no good. From the corner by Baylor Nolan. And it's taken back by Simon Kenton with a 5-point lead. 9-4 here early in the first quarter. Inside, Pauly swings to the corner. Three ball is up from the wing, and it's good. Travis Croman.
Nice quick release there, John. He got that ball up really quickly. Kenton in a 2-2-1 here. Half-court trap, or they're going to trap out of it.
Up top with Hardy. He'll swing over right side. The three on the opposite end falls. Nothing but the net there. In there for Trayvon Wright. Inside on the opposite end, going down in the lane, and from the paint from 5, Jay Bilton. It's back to 7 again.
Nice drive there by Bilton.
Quentin Hardy hands it off. Three ball is up. No good by Nolan, but he's fouled, and he'll head the line for 3 shots.
Ooh, you don't want to foul three-point shooter. That's obvious, but hate to set him to the line for 3 free ones.
Three coming here at the line, and the first is up and good by Nolan. A 75% free throw shooter on the season. Had some really good games this year. Had 10 games where he's had over 20 points, one game with over 30 points. That came back on the 22nd against John Harden. And he makes the first 2 at the line to cut it to a 5-point game. One more to come. On a chilly night here, not a huge crowd on hand. People coming out in this Newcastle area to check on the home Wildcats, and 3 for 3 for Nolan to cut it to a 4-point game. Three ball is up, and it's good. Bottoms right there from the corner, Jordan Batch.
Oh, they've hit a couple threes now. Shots going down for them early here.
Inside, getting all the way down to the block, trying to go left to the right side. Missed it there. Second chance for Henry County by King. Doesn't fall, and it's taken back on a 2-on-2 break for Simon Kenton. They'll go inside with Bilton, but he steps on the baseline, and it will go back to the Wildcats.
Henry did a pretty good job cutting the baseline off, forcing him to go out of bounds there.
2:55 left here in this first quarter. 17-10 as that half-court trap is on again.
This is a 2-1-2 look from half court. This is really hard to play.
How do you get out of pressure like that?
You keep the ball off the sidelines where the out-of-bounds lines and the backcourt line can't guard you too. Hit the ball and go middle side, middle. And
you got a foul out front. It's Quentin Hardy who hit the deck for Henry County, and it will be the second team foul here on Simon Kenton in this first quarter.
But what you do is attack it trying to score. You don't just attack it trying to just get out of it. You attack it trying to score, and you do that enough, and they'll get out of it.
Hardy averaging 12 points per game, has it up top, hands it off to Nolan, their leading scorer. He'll pull up for 3 from top of the arc, and it's off the front of the rim, no good.
That was a tough shot.
Three ball from the wing, no good there by Croman. And board belongs to Hardy. He'll slow it up top across the logo here.
This is a different looking team with Croman here now. Croman missed the first 5 games.
Right, try to give it back to King, and it deflects out of play. And it will go back to Simon Kenton. There's a little sloppiness there for the Wildcats.
The one thing they really needed, John, was a guy that could put the ball in the hole, and he can do that.
Both of these teams go fairly deep. As you can see on their benches, they'll open it up. Probably not here in this first quarter, though, as a 17-10 game right now. Croman inside trying to look there for Pauly, and it's saved back up top. Get in the hands of Brody Stone. And get into the corner, back to Croman, inside.
Well, it's a
trying
tough
to get
pass.
down to the block, and a bad pass taken away. Good defense there by the Henry County defense.
That was a really tough pass to catch.
Hardy gets it stripped, taken away, and being left alone and laying it in. Right there was Brody Stone, and it's 19-10.
Well, my score box is touchy tonight.
1 minute left here in this first quarter, 19-10. And another sloppiness out there out front for Henry County And it's taken away again by Simon Kenton in a foul out front.
Frustration foul there on Nolan. Yeah, the little bit of pressure that they're putting on him here is causing some issues. So Henry just has to relax and beat the pressure and get easy shots. Looks like they're in some type of 1-2-2.
Up top here with Bash, he'll hand it off over to Tyson Weaver. And they'll set it up with 40 left here in this first quarter and a 9-point lead. Polly swings it across. Swing it back left to right and get it back up top over here to Weaver. To the corner, 3 ball is up, and it's good. Yahtzee right there,
yep.
Jordan Botch.
Botch did a good job there, man, saving the ball in. Then he got set back up and got him a good look.
12-point lead. 15 to go here in the first. 22-10. Simon Kenton on the road.
Now, if somebody's got to cut to the middle here.
Hardy tries to get into the lane and gets a shot blocked. He'll throw it up again. It doesn't hit anything, and that's how time expires here in this first quarter. After 8 minutes down, it's a 22-10 lead here for Simon Kenton and the Henry County Classic. We'll be back on Glycod in a moment.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Back here as we go to the second. Simon Kenton with the 22-10 lead with Jeff Cooper. I'm John Baldridge here in the Henry County Classic. And this fourth game of 4 tonight here on this Saturday afternoon. And we thank you very much for spending your afternoon here on Glycod. And Simon Kenton will get the basketball to start the second. And they'll throw it in up top and hand it off into the hands of Jay Bilton. Bilton averaging 11 points per game. Gets it over to Braden Pauley, back over to Croman. And this is going to be a foul. They're going to wave this on Simon Kenton. Goes back to the Wildcats.
Yeah, it just came in there, number 50. Grayson Harris, big 6'4" sophomore there.
Hardy up top. Gives it to Nolan, and everything outside right now in this first possession of the second quarter for Henry County. J.J. Purvis trying to get inside, and he gets a strip, falls the deck. It's going to deflect out of play and stay here with Henry County as they're really using all the time they want with no shot clock. Already about 20 seconds on this possession.
A lot of that has to do with Kenton's defense, too, though.
Hardy up top again, hands it off to Nolan.
Very solid defensively.
Baylor Nolan, 43% shooter from the field, gets it over right side, and there's going to be a foul again, already the second this quarter here on the Pioneers. It will be thrown in again by the Wildcats.
And that's 2 there on Benton. Oh.
Strip taken away, trying to go end in and hammers it home. Braden Pauley went up strong for the Jam.
Yes, he did.
24-10. First 2 points of this quarter belong to Simon Kenton. Hardy tries to go inside. Bad pass gets it taken away by Bilton. Back up top. They'll get it back to Bilton. The corner puts it shot up off the front of the rim. And the board belongs to Quentin Hardy.
Yeah, they're going to slow him down a little bit here. Still in that 2-2-1. They're trying to up the pace on him here.
Hardy around his back.
And Bilton's got to be careful. He's in there with 2 fouls.
Picks it up and gets it down inside. Trying to go up strong and able to. Puts it in from 5 there. Drew Cole, the sophomore.
Nice job there by Cole, getting the pass, hanging on to it, and putting it in.
Back to a 12-point game.
That's where you beat that, John's right in the middle.
Bilton up top. And that zone being played here by Henry County, but meeting him way out at the logo.
Yeah, Purvis is putting pressure there at the point spot.
Travis Crowman has it. They'll get it back to Bilton over to the corner. Brown has it double teamed. Back to Bilton, everything around the perimeter. Now they're trying to get it inside. Looking for Harris. Grayson Harris goes up strong, gets it taken away, but gets it back up top. Back to Crowman. He'll line it up, set his feet, knock it down. Travis Crowman from distance.
Totally different looking team with Crowman out there, John. Saw them earlier in the year. They were struggling. Crowman's giving them a different dimension.
Tingle has it, the son of the head coach. Down low, a good pass, and a nice dish inside of Drew Cole again.
Good eyes there.
Crowman lines it up again, and he's got it again.
Might be a timeout here. Oh,
Travis Crowman, timeout. Henry County, 30-14, 5:04 left here in the second. We'll take a break. Be back in a moment on Glide Cap.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Okay. A little bit more.
Back here as we go in the second quarter, a 30-14 game with Jeff Cooper. I'm John Baldridge here at Henry County, and Simon Kenton trying to get their 7th win on the year, trying to go to 7-11 after coming off a loss on Tuesday. And shooting the ball very well early, and with their leading scorer, Travis Crowman, 6 straight from him.
Yeah, especially Crowman. He's done a great job. There's some water on the floor or something here. So
Simon Kenton with the win. They would get to 6-11, also get to 2-1 in district play and 3-2 in region play this year, as they'll take on Connor on Tuesday night coming up. And they don't really beat you down the floor. They have some size, but they take some good shots too. A team that struggled early on this season, started the year 5-8. They're 1-3 in January, but trying to put something together as you get later on into the season.
Yeah, I mean they've had a solid program for years, and they're transitioning this year to some different players, and they just it's been tough on them so far.
Pass way ahead here. And in the hands of Jordan King. Almost lost it. Hands it off over to Nolan. Nolan in the corner. He'll send it back up top. And swing it across. And to J.J. Purvis inside. And we got a blocking foul.
Yep. That's a good call.
As going up strong was the Wildcats. And this is going to be on the floor, they're calling it. So it's going to be thrown in underneath by Henry County.
He turned sideways just when he got there, and that's why he called it, I think.
Nolan lines it up. Shot rattles around and doesn't fall home. 4:40 to go here in this first half. Crowman back up top to Brown. Hand it off over to Tyson Weaver. Back to Brown. Really using their time here on this possession. Over to Crowman. Croman inside the lane to the free throw line. Uses his second foot, step forward, and makes it from 8.
Well,
and Travis Croman, nice footwork, and makes the 8-foot jumper.
That sure was. I mean, he stepped up. That was a tough shot. Croman's impressive looking.
Morgan Wilson fouled over on the right wing. This is going to be the 4th here on Simon Kenton here in the second quarter with 4:06 to go, and thrown in by the Wildcats.
So they're shooting 2 from the rest of the.
We've seen some good guard play here tonight with Max Green and now Travis Croman.
Yeah.
Green, who put up a hefty number in the 20-point win for Oldham County in game 3 of 4, and here in this 4th game, Croman right now gives a 32-14 lead for this Simon Kenton team. This one's deflected out again and will stay with the Wildcats once again.
Since we didn't get a chance here at the end of the first game, after this ball game, we'll give you the most outstanding players of both games.
3 ball by Nolan, too strong.
Nolan's having a tough time from 3 tonight.
And a bad pass there, trying to go end to end, and Nolan going up strong, and he's fouled. As Baylor Nolan will head back to line.
Now, that's a good solid foul right there, John. You don't foul him too hard, but you foul him hard enough where he can't get the ball up on the glass.
And you look, I was going to bring this up to their head coach. Didn't have a whole lot of time to talk to him for the ball game. And Trent Steiner for the Simon Kenton team. It's a Simon Kenton team. If you didn't know, they're up by Northern Kentucky. They take on a lot of teams like Ryle, like Covington Catholic up there. Some good competition. You get up towards the Cincinnati area. Then they'll come down here and take on Oldham County and South Oldham. And not just the travel, getting the time on the buses for these players to really hang out with each other, but also taking on a lot of different competitions got to help these players on this team.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, that Cincinnati region up there is very tough, and they still play a lot of those schools. So, I mean, you get Covcath, you've got Newport, you've got Cooper, programs like that you're playing regularly. And then the teams down here.
Inside, Pauly up strong, miss it, gets it back, swings to the corner, 3 ball no good there by Batch, and it deflects out, and the high board belongs to the Wildcats.
It was important for them to get that rebound instead of giving them a third shot there. Now they can get a good look here.
Only 16 points for Henry County and a 16-point lead for Simon Kenton with 3 minutes left here in the third. Trying to go inside and taken away again by the Pioneers.
Ball looked like it had butter on it.
Looking to kick it down low. Grayson Harris is pushed in the back. Used his backside down at the block, and he's fouled underneath. And it will stay the first foul here on Henry County of this second quarter.
Yeah, that was a bad pass. Henry kind of bailed him out on that one, but they did push him down.
Meanwhile, for Derek Tingle, briefly spoke about it earlier. They only won 3 games last year, 3-26 in the season. They already have 10 this year, so still a lot of promise you can take away from a young team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's they've struggled here recently, but to already triple your win total halfway through the season, that's fantastic.
Batch hit a 3, makes it a 19-point game. And a cruising lead here with 2:30 to go. And a jumper inside falls. And it's back to a 17-point game now.
That was a nice little shot there, little fadeaway.
Up top with Croman. Croman going to send it high up to Grayson Harris. Hands it off over to Mark. Back to the corner looking for Harris, and it deflects out of play. Off the hands of the Wildcats.
Henry's come out of that 1-2-2 going straight man now.
2:04 left here in this first half. And really, Simon Kenton's done what they wanted to do, set the tempo here early in this first half, and got the shots they want, but that's a long one right there from straight on by Croman, no good.
Pretty good look, though. He was open. But maybe not the shot they wanted out of that.
17-point lead, 35-18. And trying to go inside here is Henry County. They're going to send it to the free throw line. The jumper up too strong. No good by Jordan King, and taken back by Croman. He'll swing it across. Gets it over to Polly. Polly inside the lane, tries to go left side, whip it down to the block, and gets it blocked.
Nice job there. Good help defense.
Landon Tingle stuck, hands it off over to Baylor Nolan. Nolan gonna cross the half-court line. Gets it ahead over to the corner. The jumper no good by Morgan Wilson. And the board belongs again to the Pioneers. They're gonna go inside. A beautiful dish down low. Braden Polly.
Yeah, he finished on that one now. Did a good job using the rim as the defender blocker there.
Under a minute, 19-point lead, 37-18. To the corner, 3-ball. Nolan too strong.
Well, you just can't get one to drop tonight.
3-on-3 break, trying to pass ahead there was Jordan Batch and throws it out of play. A lot to come on the halftime show. Stay with us as we'll take a look at the first half stats and get you set for the third quarter coming up here on Glide Cap. Alongside Jeff Cooper for the doubleheader action. We had 4 games here tonight. Gary Forrest and Chris LeBar had the first 2 here on Glide Cap, and Jeff and myself here for the final 2. As a look inside there by Henry County taken away. And could hold for a final shot here with 20 seconds to go. And a 37-18 lead.
Unless you get a layup right here.
And they get inside and they make a layup and rattle around, but it fell home for Jordan Batch.
I think he actually tipped it in.
Nolan goes in the lane, gets down to the block and makes the 5-footer as it rattled home with 3 seconds left. Croman pulls up strong, top of the arc, got it!
Wow.
Bucket! He can rattle them home, and right there, knights the net. And after 16 minutes, it's a 42-20 lead, and that is a big shot to bring some confidence to the locker room.
No, absolutely, man. That's a tough shot there, but got it down and hit nothing but the net with it.
We'll take a break. Halftime show coming up in a moment on Glide Cap.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by the Oldham County Health Department. Find out about their array of wellness programs and services by visiting oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people, strong community.
Back here at Henry County High School tonight, wrapping up game 4 of 4 in the Henry County Classic on this Saturday afternoon. At the break, Simon Kenton with a 42-20 lead, and Travis Croman, a very good first half, finished it off in style with a three-pointer to send them to the locker room, and the Pioneers trying to come away with their 7th win on the season, go to 7-11. Henry County comes in losing their last 2, and the Wildcats are 10-9 on the season. What did you see you really liked from both teams in the first half, and the Pioneers out to that cruising lead?
Well, I really liked what the dimension that Travis Croman gives Simon Kenton. I saw him earlier without him, and they really had a hard time putting the ball in the hole. They got 42 at halftime tonight, so makes a big difference for them. Henry County's having a hard time with a little bit of the pressure out there, and their leading scorer, Nolan, just can't get a shot down. He starts getting some shots to fall there. He got that one there late in the lane. It was a tough shot, but he got it to go down. And maybe if he can start getting some looks to go down, they may start scoring a little bit easier. But it's going to be tough coming back from a 22-point deficit here.
We were both at the North Oldham game back earlier this year for Simon Kenton. That was the 4th game on the season for them, and they didn't have Travis Croman, as you mentioned, in that action, and kind of really struggled in that ball game there. And right now, a team that only averages about 53 points per game. Meanwhile, Henry County giving up about 61. Henry County only averaging about 54, and Simon Kenton only giving about 58. What are the Wildcats doing in the locker room to try to come out here and fight back down 22 in this ball game?
Well, they've got to start doing a little bit better against the pressure. They got to start getting the ball in the middle and getting it down low. They did that a couple times, and when they did that, they were successful. So they just have to take their time and stay out of trapping situations and get the ball inside. And then if they get the ball inside, not open, kick it out for the open look outside.
Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. And tonight's first half is brought to you by Oldham Financial. They provide clarity for your financial future. Visit oldhamfinancial.com for more information. After 16 minutes of play, it's a 42-20 lead for Simon Kenton here on the road in the Henry County Classic. Here in Newcastle at Henry County High School, we'll come back and have the second half for you next on GlideCat.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
About a minute before we get this second half started here on Glycod in a 42-20 game. Simon Kenton a cruising first half and trying to come away with the win here in the Henry County Classic, wrapping up a day of 4 games of basketball. And Jeff, it's been a very fun 4 games we've had here this afternoon.
Yeah, sure has. First game was kind of got off to a bad start there, but Grant County played Spencer County tough the second game. The third game was fun. Oldham County, it was fun to watch Max Green play. And this game, real important these first 3 minutes here for Henry County to come out and get a 6-8 point run on Simon Kenton to get back in this game. Otherwise, they could be in for a
It's kind of it's kind of the same thing. Sorry to cut you off. It's kind of the same thing, and we saw in that Oldham County game where they wanted to set the tempo, and they weren't able to. In that for the third game we saw, But in this game, Henry County is going to have to try to slow down Travis Croman at some point.
Yeah, they've just got to be more aware of where he is on the floor. And, close out on him without jumping at him where you can go around him and get a layup. So, Simon Kenton, the other players seem to be feeding really well off of him. So, it'd be interesting to see how they do here in the second half and try to shut Croman down and get back in this thing.
Oldham County with that 20-point win over Anderson County, and right now a 22-point lead to start the second for this Simon Kenton team here on the road, taking on Henry County here at Roy Winchester Gymnasium here in Newcastle at Henry County High School. And this one will start with Henry County as a flex out, and we'll stay with the Wildcats.
And this is one of the nicer, bigger gyms in the state of Kentucky. Always have the 8th region tournament here. It's a good setting.
I spoke to the Anderson coach before the ball game in our first game we did this afternoon. He talked about just all the great moments they've had here, and this gym has always been the host of the 8th region, as you talked about, and had a lot of great games have been played here over the years here at Roy Winchester Gymnasium.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of history here, and Henry County's been a school here by itself since I think the mid 60s.
Isaiah Rohr tries to get inside and doesn't hit the rim. Taken back by Henry County. They'll go right to the dish and lay it in. Get inside with Jordan King.
Well, Jordan King's played really well tonight. I've been impressed with him. It's a good way to start it off.
Croman has it. He'll get past the defender, gets a screen, gets down to the block, misses a shot. Polly right there for a second chance. Hits the rim, doesn't fall home, and back to the Wildcats.
And they cut a break here now. They got to get a bucket here.
Right up top. He'll get it over to Nolan. Picked up, gets into the lane, gets it stripped, taken away. Good defense there by Pauly. A 2-on-2 break, trying to go in transition. Shot no good. Second chance doesn't fall either there for Bilton, but it's saved there by Braden Pauly.
Well, it's too many second shots, and Bilton's going to get a layup here, and he missed it.
Bilton, yes, and he'll head to the line for 2. Jay Bilton, who's had a good first half, comes into this ball game averaging over 11 points per game, and the junior will go to the line.
A lot of easy misses in this first minute and a half here.
Bilton, an 82% free throw shooter, misses the first.
Now, I can't blame you for jinxing him there because it.
Just giving his stat line.
Yeah, that's right. You know, that wasn't your fault.
It's up and good, and that 82% right there makes it back to a 43-22 game. And we got a foul away from the hoop. This is going to go on Simon Kenton. And Baylor Nolan will head back the line and have shots upcoming.
Maybe that's the way to get Nolan going there is to get him at the foul stripe and get some easy ones.
And he'll make the first. Nolan, a 75% free throw shooter. So both of these teams shooting the ball very well from the stripe, and he'll make the first two.
I think the last time he had three, I think he missed the third one.
Simon Kenton shooting 69% from the team for the team from the free throw line. Meanwhile, for Henry County at 64%. And he misses the third right there. 19-point game here in this third quarter.
He probably just used his strength to rip that one away.
Croman down to the hole and lays it in.
No help on that one.
Right up top, trying to cross the half-court line. And he'll pass ahead. A dish inside, trying to go up strong. Goes underneath the hoop and lays it in. Jordan King.
Nice job by King there. I thought he got a little bit too far and under, but he did a good job powering it up.
Double team, trap is on. Get ahead to Bilton. Bilton to the corner to Croman. Lines it up and rattles it home.
That's death right there, man. That's a good job by Bilton. Penetrating, and Croman had his feet set, ready to rock and roll.
Great passing there to get to the corner to Travis Croman. It's a 22-point game. Right into the lane. Gets it taken away by Croman. And a 3-on-2 break to the corner to Bilton. And he'll set it back up top, slow it up, and set it up.
Yeah, it's a good job there. Smart.
Bilton trying to get it down low. Into the hands of the big Grayson Harris. Harris spins around, gets it back up top, top of the arc three, lines it up there as Bilton misses it, stays with his own miss, gets in the lane, goes up strong from the right block. No good, taken back and crossed the timeline here, and it's stripped and passed ahead. Simon Kenton had Bilton left wide alone, and a bad pass. Little hurry there by Miles Brown and back to Henry County.
Yeah, both teams got a little bit hurried up there, got a little bit sloppy. Block the shooter out. He missed a three-pointer and goes and gets his rebound. I mean, the shooter's going to know where it's going before anybody. You got to block the shooter out.
Inside, a bad pass there, taken away. And set back up top by Croman for Simon Kenton. Croman going to line it up, sets his feet, and leaves it short off the front of the rim.
Well, that one looked good. I thought it was going to roll over that rim and go in.
Dish inside, trying to go up strong, and gets it blocked there with Jordan King. He'll stay with it and is fouled as Miles Brown got a hand on it the first time.
Well, that's a good job of King, though, staying with it. He's had a good start here to the second half. But still, we're 3.5 minutes in. They haven't cut the lead at all.
Brown will exit as Simon Kenton will make a substitution. And they'll get it in here to the corner, and this is going to be a foul on the Wildcats.
Yep, screen. Moving screen.
So 2 fouls now on both teams here in this third quarter of play. And are you surprised they, try to fight back into it? And it's kind of the same thing we saw in that first game. You fight back into it, but then Simon Kenton's able to answer. Oldham County was the same thing in that third game we saw.
Yeah.
And this is thrown out of bounds, and Henry County will get it back.
Well, both teams struggling here at the beginning of the third here. Sure, that's not what the coaches wanted to see coming out of the half there.
Nolan up top will throw it in. Gets it over to Morgan Wilson. Looking back for Nolan, and a bad pass over the head. Thrown by Wilson and back to Simon Kenton.
Well, it's just a comedy of errors right now. Both teams need to settle down and get back to playing ball here.
48-26. 4:14 to go here in the third.
That was a good trap, but they let him out of it.
Up top with Travis Croman.
Good hedger.
Man-to-man defense here in the third right now for this Henry County team. Looking inside for Marty Taylor. Back out top. Croman. Shot too strong, but right there, Pauly for the rebound. Second chance. 3 balls. Good. Travis Croman.
They deserved that because that was good hustle, getting the second shot, and they moved the ball around well. So that was, they earned that one.
Second chance opportunity, and now 50 on the board tonight here for Simon Kenton. Inside, gets down to the block. Shot no good. Try to fall home there for Trayvon Wright, but he'll head to the line.
He did a good job getting that one up there. Didn't look like he was going to be able to even get it up to the rim, but he did.
Right, 57%, and only a freshman, and makes the first. We've seen an 8th grader in that third game tonight, and right now, seeing the younger guys on the floor for this Henry County team.
Well, I mean, that's how you build the program, and you take some lumps, but you get better for it. And, already playing the younger guys, like I say, have already tripled their win total from last year, so they looks like they're doing the right thing.
Well, Wright went 2 for 2, and trying to go all the way full steam ahead there was Tyson Weaver, and loses out of bounds back to Henry County.
Yeah, that's a good approach. 1-3-1. They're spread out pretty well. Nolan was open. See, they're in the trap. They got to get out of that trap.
Trap in the corner there. Good defense by Simon Kenton as King has to use a timeout. We'll take a timeout also. You're watching high school basketball here on Glycod. 3:11 left in the third. 51-28. Simon Kenton.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Back here at Henry County, wrapping up Game 4 of 4 at the Henry County Classic. 3 really good basketball games already tonight here on Glycod, as Chris LeBar and Gary Forrest had the first 2, and Jeff and myself here for these final 2, and Henry County trying to fight back into it, hosting this tournament, and a shot in and out, no good, and back to the Pioneers with a commanding lead, 51-28 right now. Jordan Batch up top, man-to-man here for the Wildcats, to the corner, gets it over back to Bash. He tries to get in the lane, gets down to the elbow, and he's fouled, as this is going to be the 3rd team foul here on Henry County in this third quarter. 3 on Simon Kenton, and the Pioneers will throw it in underneath the hoop. Some good basketball we've had this afternoon here on Glycod. Another good game on Glycod tonight. Eastern taking on Ballard as a nice move. Croman all the way to the dish.
Yeah, haven't gotten an update on that one yet. I'm assuming they went ahead and played it, but there were a lot of cancellations tonight, too.
Believe that game was supposed to start at 7:30. Supposed to have it last night, as Jeff was supposed to produce it, and I was supposed to have the call. But Paul Najar and Mark Evans on the call tonight, and that should be a fun one, a big rivalry matchup between Eastern and Ballard over at Eastern tonight.
No doubt about it. That is always a close game. It doesn't matter what the records are.
Croman from the elbow, left alone, and when he's left alone, he won't miss.
Mr. Croman has really looked impressive tonight.
Another steal and almost taken away there by Simon Kenton, as stepping on the baseline was Marty Taylor. Will stay with Henry County, and a 24-point lead for the Pioneers.
It's an interesting approach with this half-court 2-2-1. You usually see that in a three-quarter court, but not in a half-court situation. If you haven't seen it before, it's difficult to deal with.
A lot of good sports going on today, too. Not just in basketball, NFL playoffs going on also as the three ball is up and good. Quentin Hardy from the corner, his first points tonight. And able to answer from distance. As I believe it's the Ravens and the Texans tonight. Also some NFL action tomorrow. Big one between the Bills and the Chiefs. It's a big matchup in Buffalo. But right here, right now, inside to Pauly. And it's a commanding lead for Simon Kenton coming down from the northern Kentucky area. They'll give it to their best player, Croman, and I said it, when he's left alone, he won't miss. And right there had just an inch, and he knocked it home from distance.
That was outstanding ball movement again there.
Get it to the corner, over to Nolan. He'll pull up strong from the wing, and will head to the line as he's fouled, as that's going to be on Jordan Botch. And back the line goes Henry County.
Certainly, again, don't want to foul a three-point shooter.
So 3 upcoming here for Nolan, who came into this ball game averaging 20 points per game. Scoring about 20 each game as he makes the first. Had 10 games, as we mentioned, where he's had over 20 points. 1 game over 30 points. Leads the team in three-pointers made this year. And in his 20th game tonight on this season for the Wildcats. And he's 2 for 2 from the line with 1 more to come.
He's a nice-looking player. I mean, he's got a bright future. 6'4" freshman and very tall. He'll probably grow a little bit more. It's going to be a good one.
Only a freshman, as you mentioned. 6'4" and goes 3 for 3 there. Excellent from the line. Belton crosses the half-court line. Gets to the corner. Over to Botch. Back over to Marty Taylor. Watch everything outside.
Yeah, they're back to the man, but they're not letting Croman do much.
Croman inside the lane, and he's fouled as he worked the baseline. We'll head to the stripe.
The man guarding him, number 0 there, Blake Nation, he was on him. He wasn't helping out. He wasn't doing anything. He was making sure Croman didn't get the ball. Of course, it didn't work out that way. But
first is up and good by Croman.
Croman's got to have at least 25, John, I would bet.
Well, his season high is 24 back on the 28th against Butler, and he's right up there against it tonight. Here on this January 20th, and he goes excellent from the line. He'll take a seat, and that might be the last we see from him with the 23-point lead here in the later stages of this third quarter.
Might be.
As he hasn't played a lot, only getting his 12th action this year. As we mentioned, missed the start of the season and some trouble to get it across the timeline, taken away by Bilton, and he's fouled in the back and will go to the line. But for Travis Croman, he adds a spark, a different piece that you don't see without him on the floor for this Simon Kenton
huge
team.
Difference. Having somebody that can put the ball in the basket and take the pressure off the other guys as they're still getting used to things. No doubt. This is starting to get a little bit away from Henry here.
61-37, and 1 more to come here for Bilton as Henry County makes a sub and Drew Cole checks back in.
For those of you interested in the NFL game, Baltimore up 31-10 here in the fourth quarter.
Bilton 1 for 2. He'll check out. He's had a very good game tonight. Should be some fun NFL playoffs right now. You got a really good matchups. Unfortunately, my Bengals aren't there, but got some good teams in there from both conferences.
Oh, good block.
Inside, and Nolan gets it rejected. Back up top to the corner to Quentin Hardy with 20 seconds left here in this third quarter.
Green Bay and San Francisco play tonight. That'd be an interesting game.
Big rivalry matchup, even though if it really isn't, it's still a lot of bragging rights there, too, and 2 historical teams. Inside, down the lane, make the chance, and 1 more for Baylor Nolan.
Well, Baylor Nolan finally got one to go down on the drive. Nice impressive move there.
He carved his way to the cup, and with 7.9 left, a chance to put 40 on the board here for Henry County. And he'll do so. Full court press on. They're going to get it in here. Cross the half-court line, get it to the corner. Over to Botch. Botch picked up here by Hardy. Pulls up off the backboard, doesn't hit the rim. And that's how the third quarter comes to an end. After 24 minutes at 62-40, Simon Kenton trying to come away with the win here in the Henry County Classic. On Glide Cow, we'll be back for the fourth in a moment.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Back here at Henry County as we go to the fourth alongside with Jeff Cooper. Hi again, everybody. I'm John Baldridge, and it's been a fun about 6 hours of basketball we've had with you this afternoon. We got 8 minutes left, and Simon Kenton trying to come away with the victory, leading by 22, 62-40, and trying to put the icing on the cake tonight.
I mean, what better way to spend a Saturday afternoon where it's single digits outside watching hoops, man?
You can't beat it when you gawk outside and it's about 16 degrees.
Yeah.
Croman down inside. He'll draw contact, and Travis Croman, excellent again, will go for the line for one more.
And he put that one up left-handed.
He's hard to stop when he goes downhill like that.
Yep. That was not an easy shot. That was a good M1 chance here.
Croman makes it and got the start, as I mentioned. Maybe they didn't want to play in the fourth with the big lead. Trent Steiner not afraid to put him back in there and got him out to an early jump.
Well, as he missed some time early, I think you want to try to get him as much time on the floor as you can, you know. That maybe one way of looking at it, but I think the scoreboard hits a certain point, they're going to put him on the bench.
Blocked there. A good hand by Grayson Harris, staying with it underneath. As Henry County will get it back over to Hardy. He'll get into the paint, pull up from 8, no good, stay with his own miss, and set it back into the corner.
I think somebody grabbed Polly down there, but they didn't call it.
Nolan high up on the left side. 35 seconds down here in this third quarter and fourth quarter, and this is out of play as doesn't hit the rim there and back to Simon Kenton.
It's kind of a hard shot there for Nolan.
7:17 to go here in this fourth quarter of regulation. And Travis Croman has it, and he'll give it over to Jay Bilton. Their two guards have been excellent here tonight. Bilton looks inside again to Harris, and he'll get it stuffed, but Grayson Harris stays with it. And the big 6'7", 6'5" senior sets it back up top to Croman. Inside, Croman gets down in there again and has a chance for one more again.
Man, that's second time he's gone up with the left hand down there and got it to go. Very impressive. This young man can play now.
He attacked the lane again, rised up strong. And, man, he's hard to stop. 67-40. And a chance for one more the old-fashioned way. You got to be tired for Henry County. It's same thing repeatedly, trying to stop Croman downhill.
Yep.
And he'll go and make the end one opportunity. Make it a 28-point game. A lot of basketball coming up this week on Glycod. We'll take a look at that. Try to get an update on that Eastern game on the post-game show and wrap this one up and give you the players of the game from both the last two games in Game 3 and Game 4 here at the Henry County Classic this evening.
I wonder if they played the Eastern Ballard game. I would assume they did.
Paul Najar and Mark Evans on the call for that one. Again, that was scheduled last night. We're both going to be over there and moved it to today with the bad weather and the JCPS school system closing yesterday.
Yeah, they didn't really have much choice. Side roads were really bad up here.
It was bad in Cincinnati, too. We were out of school. Xavier, very surprising you have a college out of school, and Xavier was out of school yesterday. So pretty much bad everywhere around this tri-state area.
Yeah, and some areas got a little bit more snow than others, too. So we didn't get as much in Louisville as some people did.
I think Cincinnati got about 4 inches or so. Enough to when I had to go clean my car off, it took me about 10 minutes to do so coming in today.
Especially with the cold, and Cincinnati's not exactly flat.
Yeah, there's a lot of hills. Have you ever been there? A lot of parks, a lot of hills in the Cincinnati area. Croman from distance, no good underneath. Harris stays with it. They're going to call a foul on him, a push-off, and it goes back to Henry County. 6:09 left here in the fourth. And a game that's been all Simon Kenton, and a third game that was all Oldham County. And right now just trying to ice it away with the 28-point lead. Hardy sets his feet and gets it home. Knocked it down, Quentin Hardy. His second 3 of the ball game.
Both here in the second half. Now that young man's a senior. They don't get him back next year, but a lot of youngsters on this team.
Hardy averaging 12 points a game. Inside again, and a chance for one more again. This time, it was Jordan Botch, and he'll go to the line.
Well, they've had a lot of and ones here, especially in the second half.
Botch, only 8 free throws attempts this year, but he's been excellent, 7 for 8. And he'll go 8 for 9 right there. A 28-point lead, 5:34 to go. Inside, double team, spins around and gets it in. And that was a nice move by Jordan King, and a timeout used. We'll take a quick break also. It's a 71-45 game. Simon Kenton just trying to close it away here on Glycat.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Back with Jeff Cooper and our camera lady tonight, Sarah Wilkinson. My name is John Baldridge on Glycod, and a 71-45 game. 5:26 left here in regulation, and Simon Kenton trying to just seal it away and go away with their 7th win on the year, get 4 under 500 with a win, go back to 7-11, go to 2-3 in the month of January. And this being an impressive win, winning. They've only taken on this Henry County team 3 times prior to this, but have won all 3 times, go 4-0 against them in school history.
Yep. Simon Kenton moved, it's been about just under 30 years that they moved to the 8th region.
Deflects out of bounds and will stay with the Pioneers. Simon Kenton, their previous matchup back on, it has been 10 years since February 20th of 2014. Simon Kenton with the 63-57 win. These teams haven't met in a long time, though, as Bilton inside, and he'll make the shot down at the block.
Nice job there by Bilton, hanging in the air. Easy shot. Now they just backed out. Now just Simon Kenton just playing straight man.
Simon Kenton only averaging 53 points per game, 73 tonight.
Yeah, I think that number will keep going up as the year goes here. Now, teams may defend Croman a little bit differently, but
Nation hands it off over to Hardy. Hardy,
nice
a beautiful
pass.
dish inside to Baylor Nolan, and that's 2 right there. Got the deuce.
Pretty pass there. Good cut by Nolan.
Croman Sets his feet, thought about it,
Wow.
and he'll rattle it home again.
He didn't more than think about it. He made it. It was a deep three.
His eyes saw that rim and said, I can make that.
Oh, he's got at least got 30 tonight. He's been impressive.
76-47. Hardy shot up no good from the right point. And it will be a foul as this is going to go on Henry County. Excuse me, that's going to be on. It's going to be on Simon Kenton. Will stay here with Henry County as that's going to go on Brody Stone, his fourth foul.
Huh?
And stay with Henry County.
Well, I didn't see that.
Throw it in with Hardy. Quentin Hardy trying to get it in, almost 5 seconds. Gets it into Nolan, lines up top of the arc, and he's got it from distance.
Well, that was a quick release there by Nolan. That's the best looking shot he's had tonight, I think, from behind the arc.
50-76. Harris picked up tightly, hands it off over to Botch.
Don't pick your dribble up.
Gets it over to Croman, works the baseline, and he'll make it again.
It's a tough shot, too.
Travis Croman can't be stopped on the floor tonight. Hardy leaves it short on the three. Save there by Henry County. They'll have it on the left wing. Back to Hardy. 3:15 left here in regulation.
Tip your hat to the Wildcats, man. They're still playing hard.
Up top. Set it off to J.J. Purvis. Nation gets inside. Blake Nation too strong off the back of the iron. And the rebound belongs to Simon Kenton.
One more dribble.
Croman looks the corner and too strong. There the shot up by Jordan Botch. This is going to deflect out of bounds.
Oh, that ball hit Nolan. Clearly hit Nolan. And they gave it back to Henry County.
Nolan going to throw it in.
I should have got the replay on that one, but we're not going to. The Stripes fed a long day, not going to pound them.
It's been a long afternoon of basketball for everybody that stayed with us here starting around 2 o'clock. We appreciate you doing so on Glycat. 3-ball. Nolan, too strong by Baylor Nolan, but tracking it down is J.J. Purvis.
Good hustle by Purvis.
Purvis gets it taken away, trying to go end to end, and looking to pass it back was Marty Taylor. And this is going to be out of bounds and off of Simon Kenton.
What'd they call here?
And it looks like an extracurricular out there as Nolan talking it over. As Jordan Botch not happy about something for the Pioneers.
Technical, yep.
And they're going to assess a technical here to Jordan Botch.
I mean, you got to keep your head there, but he did get mugged down there pretty well.
So they'll send J.J. Purvis to the line. He's a 50% free throw shooter. And the first is good. Henry County will be back in action on Tuesday at Gallatin County before they take on Frankfort this coming Wednesday, or they go to Modell on Friday. So 3 games this upcoming week for the Wildcats.
3 winnable games. They could very easily win all those games.
And the second no good taken there by Jordan King. And he'll have one more. And a 78-51 game as Simon Kenton, if they can hang on, and they should be able to, they'll take on Connor on Tuesday before they have Gallatin County coming on Friday. And a timeout used. This is going to be on Henry County with 2:25 left. We'll take another break. Be back in a moment in a 78-52 game.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
.225 left here in regulation as Simon Kenton with a cruising lead, 78-52. And with Jeff Cooper, I'm John Baldridge here in the Henry County Classic. 4 fun games this afternoon, and Henry County, the host team, having the final action and the final say tonight. And just not their night to be, though, as Simon Kenton comes on the road and trying to win their 3rd time on the road this year and go to 3-5 on the road and rolling right now with the 26-point lead.
Well, I just can't, their Simon Kenton is looks a lot better now than they did a month ago. So
they've really turned it around fast, and Trent Steiner in his 21st season, he knows how to coach him up really well.
No, he's an outstanding coach. He's done a wonderful job there.
Croman too strong as he tried to fade away that time. Taken back by Henry County. Nolan up top, hands it off to King. Back into Nolan, tries to go downhill, carves his way in, makes the shot. It'll have one more. Good move for Baylor Nolan.
Yeah, and a very difficult shot, but he got it down there.
She mentioned only a freshman, but really led this ball club, 6'4". He knows how to see the floor very well, and right there, took a good drive, took a hit, and makes the and one. He's
a very impressive young player. I think needs to put just a little bit more strength on him, and he'll grow another inch or two, and he's going to be a forcer in this 8th region. Very impressed with him.
Croman in the lane, another good drive. He'll go downhill and miss the shot, a little too strong. Passed ahead to Purvis. Looked like maybe a travel, but kicks it underneath. Laying it in is Jordan King. And another one opportunity coming.
There's been a lot of those tonight here, both teams.
Jordan King playing his 20th game tonight, and he'll knock it down from the line. And it's back to a 20-point game with 1:29 to go.
Yeah, King's had a nice little night tonight.
King leading this team in rebounds, averaging about 6.3 boards per game. And still the full court pressure on here for Henry County. Down 20 left, and breaking the press, though, passing ahead and getting it right down the block. And Simon Kenton answers again. Nolan too strong. And a defensive board there. Back for Eddie Mark, who just checked in. Mark trying to go coast to coast, and he's able to do so.
Another M1.
Excuse me, that was Tyson Weaver. Weaver, the freshman, able to get inside, but have a chance to head to the line and put 83 on the board here as the bench will empty for Henry County with a minute left.
Steiner needs to pull Croman out. Tell you what, though, what was impressive about Henry is they didn't quit, man. They kept playing hard. That's a tribute to the coach.
And Steiner, you can never tell if the guy, is a young team as he's got here today. And last year he had a lot of veterans on his team, but just knows how to coach him up and build character into a roster. And same thing he's done here with a young team, and he's been able to show that he can coach young team or an old team really well.
Oh, no doubt. He can.
We'll take a break. We'll be back for the final minute in a moment on Glide Cop.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Under a minute here in regulation. And inside Travis Croman, who has not checked out of the ball game. The senior who's played excellent tonight for the Simon Kenton team, has led him in all aspects, and he'll go back the line.
I guarantee you this is his season high. We don't have the stats, but he's got to be pushing 30, if not above.
Croman makes the first, and it's an 83-58 game, and someone trying to make their way up off the bench over on the Pioneer bench over there, and maybe they'll take Croman out if he makes the free throw, but one more to come for him, and he does so.
Yep.
And now they send somebody to the table. And a pass ahead and out of the hands there of Carson Evans, who just checked in. And they'll make a sub, but it's not for Croman, as
well, they leave him in there. That's surprising.
Eddie Mark will take a seat. Trying to play him as much as they can. As I mentioned, start of the year on the disabled list. And only in his 12th game tonight, he'll get in the lane, rattle around in and out, second chance. Trying to be gloved there underneath for Simon Kenton. They'll set it back up top with 38 to go into the hands of Travis Croman.
Maybe he's going for a career high or something.
And Croman is fouled out front.
Everybody's up and cheering, and he's trying to score, so obviously something's going on.
And that's going to be the fifth foul here in the fourth on Henry County. So 2 free throws will come. And he'll make the first. A commanding victory this afternoon for Simon Kenton. They'll get off a little bit of a losing streak, go to 7-11 on the year, 3-5 on the road, and a pat on the back from his head coach Trent Steiner as finally Travis Croman takes a seat. And what a performance for the young man today.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty obvious on who the MOP is for Simon Kenton. Not trying to give it away, but
he played excellent. The senior, 6'2", averaging only about 13 per game, but had about 30 tonight.
Yeah.
With 17 seconds left here, Simon Kenton gets it back and just trying to run out this clock.
And see, he had, I think he averaged close to 18 or 19 last year, if I'm not mistaken. 17. It was somewhere in there, that range. I don't know if he was hurt at the beginning of the year, what was going on, but
Zach Munez will head to the line, and he'll shoot 2 shots after the foul, and he'll miss the first. 17 seconds exactly left here in regulation, and 1 of 2 there, and it's an 87-58 game. Looking towards the corner, and it's deflect out of play, looking for Carson Evans, stays with Henry County. As we mentioned one more time, stay with us for the post-game show. We'll wrap this one up from the Henry County Classic here at Henry County in Newcastle, Kentucky. 4 fun games of basketball, about 6 or 7 hours worth today, and we appreciate everybody sticking around with us to watch it. Inside with 6 seconds left, and Evan Hillridge, the freshman, is fouled, and we'll head to the line.
Yeah, I was fixing to say that young man's got to be a freshman. He just looks young.
These guys don't get to see a whole lot of minutes, but when they get on the floor, you know the crowd really gets into it.
Yeah. You want to see him do well and get a little bit of experience.
Hillridge 1 more after making the first. And goes 2 for 2 from the stripe.
2 good-looking free throws.
87-60, and that will do it. The last 2 seconds run out. Simon Kenton gets off a losing streak and goes to 7-11 on the year, closing out a fun day of basketball here at Henry County in the Henry County Classic. We appreciate everybody listening. We got a lot to come on the post-game show. The final score one more time as Simon Kenton wins it 87-60 here on Glycott.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Crestwood State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here at Henry County High School, wrapping it up on the wrap-up show here on Glycott tonight as 4 fun games of basketball being played here at Roy Winchester Gymnasium in Newcastle at Henry County High School. And the final one, Simon Kenton with the 87-60 victory, getting to 7-11 on the year, go to 2-3 in January. Henry County with the loss. The Wildcats drop back to 500, go to 10-10 on the season, and have lost their third straight. They're 1-5 in the month of January. It was not their night, Jeff, as they were not ever really able to ever get anything going, and really Travis Croman really had his day out there.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he just took over this game early and dominated it pretty much. Baylor Nolan finally got going in the second half, but by then they were already down 20. And you know, as a coach, you're going to get that with a young team. You know, you're going to have ups and downs, and but certainly, like we talked about, I mean, Simon Kenton sure looks a lot better than they did pre-Travis Croman, and got some other guys some experience, and now with him out there, they can make some noise. I mean, that's I feel like that they've got a really good chance to get to the region tournament, and once you get there, you just never know.
We want to let you know tonight's game is presented by LaGrange Service Center, providing quality car care in LaGrange since 1946. And also tonight's game is presented by Oldham Financial, providing clarity for your financial future. Simon Kenton, they'll be back in action against Connor on Tuesday. We talked about, they'll travel a lot. They'll come down to Louisville. They'll head up to Cincinnati for some games. And that's something they've done year in and year out with their 21st year head coach, Trent Steiner. A young team, as we talked about, but they're really led on that senior in Croman. He helps a different dynamic to this team. And really, what is their pinnacle? How far you think this team can go?
I think the region's too tough to go much past the first, or they may get a good draw and get to the semifinals of the region, but this region's a little bit tough. You got some really, really good teams to have to deal with, but who knows? I mean, they may get a good draw, and Croman might get hot one night, and they're going to keep getting better. They're still getting used to playing with Croman. I mean, so who knows what the pinnacle is, but certainly you would think they're going to be in that. Can they beat Walton in the district? We'll see. They might. If they do, they'll get a district runner-up. But some of your district runner-ups are going to be really tough too. The key is probably, if you're looking for a draw to get the 31st district, is probably is the biggest, but it's probably the there's not really a powerful team in that 31st district. If you get a team out of that district in your first game, and then you're in the semifinals, once you get to that point, anything happens.
For this Henry County team, they were 9-4 in the month of December, but really fell off slowly and strong, ending out that December month. They're 1-5 now in this month of January and have dropped their last 7 of 8, and they dropped back to 10-10 on the year. People hanging out here, wrapping up a long day of basketball. We thank you very much again for joining us. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap it up as Simon Kenton wins at 87-60 to finish this Henry County Classic on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Blind Select, not just blind. Blind Select, not just blind.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back here to Henry County High School. We're wrapping it up on the post-game show with Jeff Cooper. I'm John Baldridge, and Simon Kenton wins at 87-60, going to 7-11 on the year. Henry County drops back to 10-10, wrapping up a day of basketball, 4 games across the Henry County Classic here in Newcastle, Kentucky this afternoon. And Jeff, we look at the most outstanding players from both matchups we had, as the first 2 games are brought to you with the president of this company, Chris LeBar, and Gary Force. I'll be with next week. Meanwhile, we both had the Simon Kenton game here tonight against Henry County, and also Anderson taking on Oldham County. First, from that Anderson-Oldham County game, who really impressed you from that ball game there?
Well, obviously Max Green had a great game. He's our most outstanding player from Oldham County. He was just just hit shots and he made a few floor errors here and there. The game got a little bit sloppy, but he's a very impressive player, and he may have something to say about who wins this region. He's a good enough player to make that happen. For Anderson County, they had 2 or 3 players had really good games. But the most impressive player I saw, especially in the second half, was Brady White. I thought Brady played a real good ball game. Went to the hole hard, played good defense. Just outstanding overall game from him.
Tonight's most outstanding players are presented to you by State Farm Insurance agents Leslie Gilly. For a quote on home, life, or auto insurance today, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. We look at the upcoming schedule this week here on Glycod. We'll take a look at the schedule here in a second. Who really impressed you also from this Simon Kenton game today?
Well, obviously Travis Croman was just outstanding tonight. I don't know what he was trying to do. They wanted to get him out there and get him some more points. Maybe he's going for a career high. Travis, very nice player, had a good game. Baylor Nolan, the 6'4" freshman, had a tough first half. For the second half, he really came on and played well. Young man's got a bright future, so I'm going to go with Baylor Nolan from Henry County.
Both of these guys, Croman and then also Green, they can shoot the ball very well. And for both of these teams taking on tonight, Anderson and also for Henry County, had to set the tempo well. And they could never really get out to the tempo they wanted to set early. Both teams needed to get out to an early jump. And the way that Oldham County uses their size, the way that Simon can shoot the basketball with Croman, just never really went either way. The teams that wanted it to go the way the night just didn't. And that's how it ended in 2 games that ended in over 25-point victories for both teams, as Oldham County won it by 20. Meanwhile, Simon Kenton wins it by 27. We look at the matchups coming this week here on Glycod. Oldham County taking on Woodford County. That will be this coming Monday. Meanwhile, on Tuesday, it will be Henry County and Douglas, and the U.S. Army interviews from that matchup, so make sure you stay with that one on Tuesday night at 7:30. Floyd Central taking on Providence in the girls' action. South Oldham and North Oldham also in girls' action on Friday night. Meanwhile, the boys will be after that, South Oldham and North. That will be Joe Cox on the call, so make sure you tune into that one. Douglas and Bryan Station, Shelby County and Oldham County, where I'll be with Jep. And that will be a 7:30 start next Friday. And Providence taking on
Christian
Academy of Indiana. So that'll be a fun matchup. So a busy week on Glycod ahead. We appreciate everybody listening today. And Jeff, what are your final comments from a long day of basketball?
Well, it was a fun day and got to see a lot of different teams and see how kind of the 8th region lays out here. So I think come end of February, some of these teams will be looking a lot better, a lot different. And you just take a day like this and enjoy it. And the teams that won, Spencer County, Oldham County, those are teams that could win the region. And the other guys that lost, they see what they need to work on and start working next week to get ready for tournament play.
It's cold out. We got a busy night wrapping up here. I know Jeff has a busy week ahead, having some girls action on Thursday. He'll be back with me on Friday. So we appreciate him. We appreciate everybody listening to this afternoon. We appreciate Gary Force and Chris LeBar for the first 2 games they had here early on this afternoon. It felt like a long time ago now here at Henry County, and the upcoming schedule brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors. We appreciate all our sponsorships, and if you want to become a sponsor of Glycod, just give us a call. We'll be back with you next week. Final score one more time from this final game today. Simon Kenton wins at 87-60 on the road over top of Henry County. So long. Everybody have a great weekend. For Jeff Cooper and all our crew, I'm John Baldridge saying so long here from Newcastle, Kentucky.
From Glycod, this has been Oldham County High School's basketball. Tonight's game was brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Oldham County Health Department, healthy people, strong community. Kinser & Kinser, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Oldham County Solid Waste Management featuring Waste Wizard. And by LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Thompson Heating and Cooling, and Financial Solutions Incorporated.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.